Hey guys, welcome
Welcome
to
everyone.
the live Crystal 101, Crystal Basics 101.
Yes,
Well, hi, this is Radhika and Pari coming live to you with another live training session right here. We're going to be here 3 nights in a row. So, tonight, tomorrow, and day after. So, at the same time, join in with your pens and books because we are going to give you a lot of nuggets in this free training. So, we are excited. I hope you are too.
I am excited. I am definitely excited because one crystal course is coming up, and today we are going into this 3 days of live. So I guess we're going to rock and roll today, and there's so much of information that we are going to share. Not everybody shares the kind of information we're going to be sharing today on live. So I think just put on your seatbelts and be ready for the ride.
Absolutely. So yeah, so we are first to, if you're joining us for the first time and you don't know what's happening here, so let me give a brief introduction of who we are and what we do. This is my name is Paripatri and Radhika, and we are here to to share with you the information on crystals. And we have created Conscious Creators Academy where we teach about crystals. So we have a course called Quantum Crystal Practitioner Course, where it is an 8 week course to get you certified as a crystal practitioner. And in this course, we go from basics. So even if you're brand new to crystals, you have no idea what crystals are, and you're just joining in, you will get the basics of what crystals are, how they work, what is the science behind it. Yes, that's right. There's a lot of tons of science behind this crystal energy. So you are going to get all that fun stuff. So integrating the mystical side of the crystals to the science and understanding basically how to work with them, how to get connected, select them, activate them, and apply that crystal energy or the crystal power or that technology, I would say, into your everyday life to enhance your life, to enhance the quality of your life, the standard of your life, the efficiency of your life. So this is the favorite part why I love being, and in a minute Radhika will share with you why she loves being with crystals. But for me, it is I love these stuff because it, as a spiritual teacher, or as a lifestyle of living as a conscious creator, one of the key things is to surround myself with high vibe things, surround myself with things that actually work. No, with the understanding that I am not just physical body, I am an energy body. With that understanding, when I am leading a lifestyle, then I am looking for the tools that connect to that energies, to that subtle bodies, to that energy system. So we go beyond. So this science helps us understand why we need those tools in our life. It's not just need, why we naturally get attracted to it. It's not that we are here to tell you that you need crystals. No, we are not here to say that. We are here, if you, when you enter into this lifestyle, you're naturally getting attracted to that, to these elements. So now once you are there, then you are confused. Okay, how do I do this? Because we never got the training. Nobody told us what to do. So this is the course designed for all those people who are exploring to learn more, and understand and really do the right way. So that's why I'm here. I have been working with Crystal from past, I would say, actually, like in application, maybe 23, right? 13 years. And I'm super excited to share all that I have learned, everything that I've learned with you guys in this quantum crystal practitioner course that is starting on April 12th, in just 2 weeks. Okay. So here is the deal, guys. You There is April 12th, 8 weeks, you will be certified as a practitioner. Of course, there you will have some assignments and homework and stuff like that. But think about the potential. In 8 weeks, you will be certified. You will be confident, knowing that you know the science behind it, knowing what really the science and mystical things about crystals are, you, with your confidence. And you can be as a practitioner with clients, or it is just for you, for your own improvement, for your own family. In any case, this course will get you there in just 8 weeks. Think about that. And this course is directly taught by me and Radhika. We both are there to support you, to give you all the support and love that you need to get to the other side. And it is not difficult. I know it can be overwhelming, like, okay, what to do? But we will break it down so easily for you. And not just both of us, there's a whole community, crystal community, conscious creators community, ready to help you, to support you in this journey. So I welcome you to this world of crystals, to this divine, magical world of crystals, and learn more and dive deep in. So it's starting on April 12th, and more details will be given. And I would like Radhika to share why she is here, why she loves crystals.
Thank you, Paridhi, for that amazing introduction about the course, though. Hi, I'm Radhika. I'm from Delhi. I am a tarot card practitioner, oracle card practitioner, and lot in the making. I got the opportunity to find conscious creators, co-find the conscious creators tribe, and the conscious creators academy with Pari, and it has been a beautiful journey within and out, I would say. As for crystals, I think I was always attracted to crystals since I was a child. And I remember Pari once telling me that she was actually introduced to crystals as a child itself. So the first crystal she held was when she was a child, and later on it came into her life, and she's been practicing that way. And it's a similar story that we share. And I think it were a lot of similarities and the differences that we share, that we enjoy sharing with each other, that I'm here with you, sitting right next to her and talking about this amazing, I would say, beautiful beings. For me, crystals have always been someone who I can talk to. They've been my friends, and this is something that even Nikola Tesla, resonates with. One of his quotes states that these are the high vibrational beings which have feelings, which can feel all of it. By the way, so my only reason for being here is to give information on something which has been somehow very tittered and tattered, like you get bits here, pieces there. Someone is talking something, someone is talking something. So for Pari and I, especially for Pari, the only reason that we dived deep into creating this whole course was to have information in one place wherein everybody was educated about this. And a lot of research has gone into this, and as I speak we are still researching. There's so many stones that keep coming up every year. There are few crystals which have just vanished from earth, they do not exist anymore. Some more have added on. So what I have learned over time in my personal experience is that these high vibrational beings, they are so intelligent that they know when to be here and when not to be here. And there is one chunk that I want to share before we dive into this live, is these amazing mineral, the beings of mineral kingdom, the gift of mother earth. They were installed on earth before even we existed, so that we can be aligned with the purpose that we have. And why was that science we'll be sharing through the life. Now, quickly, why we are doing this 3-day live is, one, of course, to get you more aware about the course that we are starting on 12th of April, and second was that we always value sharing. Knowledge is free, knowledge never costs anything. But yes, the research, the amount of things that we put in, the energy we create, the kind of and the amount of time we spend, that does bring us to getting it to a whole course where we've created a school of it, and where people come and join us as students, and we become the students too with them, because we're always learning from each other. There's no teacher, there is no student, there's only learning, there's co-sharing within the spaces, is what I truly believe. And with that, without further ado, let's
And
just
also, I
start.
want to mention, guys, 20% of the proceedings go to PSSM, Pyramid
Yes,
Spiritual Societies movement. So when
correct,
you are contributing to this course, your money goes a very, very long way. Every dollar goes a very long way. So you
correct.
can be free of mind that when you share your abundance, when you're doing energy exchange, it is going to raise the consciousness of the planet itself, because this proceedings are all going to be shared in doing that. So so in both ways, you are only going to gain abundance, gain in the
Correct.
way of knowledge and sharing. So I just wanted to mention
Correct.
that.
Yes, and thank you for mentioning it actually. And now, these 3 days, we have designed in a way that all the basics of crystals is truly covered, wherein you are not hanging in the middle and you have some information. So, if you really want to start on your crystal journey, or you're an enthusiast, or you just want to know about what is this all about, so these 3 days will actually train you and make you more aware. You will have a aware decision of if you want to go into the course, and trust me, I guarantee this, by the end of the third day you would want to enroll with us, you want to be there, and you want to hang out with both of us and with all the other conscious creators who are joining us for this course. And you will simply love the energy of the whole vibe and tribe, because this is one thing that always happens, is by the end of it everybody's like, oh, is it ending? Oh, we will not be meeting every week now. Oh, how can we stay connected? So this is the vibration that we want to create for everyone. And trust me on this, when people join us, they want to create the same vibration further. So what is happening here, I learn something from Pari, I teach that to someone else, they teach it to someone else. So it's like a chain where we're creating a positive chain of reactions or responses, positive change of change, that is. So I think without further ado, let's move to Pari. And Pari, let's start today's live.
Absolutely. Let's begin. So this was all the introduction, guys. So let's begin. Uh, let's get serious. Get your notes and pen, because we're going to do a lot of notes. So first thing we'll talk about is, what are crystals? A little bit of history. So crystals are not something that, I know we are hearing a lot about crystals right now in this last few years, maybe especially from the COVID. And crystals are everywhere. There, every new age event you go, there is a crystal store or a crystal vendor there. So we are seeing that right now a lot. But crystals are not something that is just new age. They have been here on earth, as Radhika just mentioned previously, from the age before we even got onto the earth. So it's like the ancient beings, I'm saying beings, masters. They are your friends, they are your guides, they are your coaches, they are your masters here on earth to guide us. They are here to guide us. And when I say they are our friends, so that means, it what is friendship all about? It is about the relationship, the energy exchange we have with each other. So Radhika is my friend. So when she's my friend, it is about how I have my relationship with her, how I respect her, how I am compassionate with her. So that is what is relationship about. So it is the same thing with crystals too. It is like, right now I have carnelian in my hand. This is actually the one that I'm right now connecting to a lot. I mean, of course, this is my all-time favorite, I always show this. But right now I'm working on feeling energetic at this time, because right now this is where my menstrual cycle is ending, and this is where I am seeing low energies within me, when you hit that last week. So I want to keep my energy high and not get into that mood swings, or what I'm talking about, all of that. So how do I manage that? How do I keep that up? So remember, see, everything I'm talking has an application into your everyday life. It is so beautiful, guys. It's just amazing. And that's why even in ancient times, whether it is in China they used to use jade in everything. Women use it for jewelry, they use it for healing, for meditation. And in Egypt, they use, if you see any Egyptian picture, they wear lapis lazuli, and that is the most prominent stone that you will see, but they are wearing crystals. We see Indian pictures, old pictures, they have jewels with all the stones. So in every in shamans, in the medicine men, they have crystals, especially the master healer, which is the clear quartz. Australian Aborigines, they have crystals. So around the world, in any civilization you see and the oldest scriptures you see, there is a mention about crystals being used. So now that is interesting that they are using these crystals, and our pyramids too. It's the same thing, that every civilization I've known about it, they're working with it, but they've never really talked with each other. So how did they know this information? That is the most interesting part of this whole science. And that is why I am intrigued and Radhika is intrigued, like how can all of this come, which is pretty magical, a coincidence, or you know what, but we don't believe in coincidences. So this is a course design where we have studied all of that ancient scriptures or ancient messages to bring this and how to use this. So if you have problems of PCOS, or kind of with your periods, working with these stones, especially this is your second chakra stone, greatly helps. And the oil, now I'm going to show you the oil also that I'm working with. This is citrus bliss, which of doTERRA. This is something that I use. Of course, I'm not married to doTERRA. Any any pure 100% oil you choose is totally fine. So I mean, just like whenever I feel down, like today the whole day I've been working and doing classes, and I'm like, at the end of the day, if I need that little dose to be myself, to be with my family, all I do is just take a drop, rub, smell, and it is so good. Oh my god, I just love it, love it, love it. So yeah, so these are all the tools that you can use in your everyday life to be the best version of you. And that is why we are doing all of this. At the end of the day, we earn money, we do all of that to be the best version. So to bring that out, crystals are a great, great, great tool. So that is a little bit about history. And Radhika, go ahead with telling them how the crystals, what are crystals? Just to give brief.
Yes. Yes. So, as Pari said, that crystals have been here for many, 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 many years. The recorded history might be very less and few in years, but let me tell you, crystals have been known to people for the longest time ever. There is very less mention of crystals in any Indian book for that matter. But trust me, when Nalanda was on the high, all these information when we had so much about them because Indians have been researching, like especially the South Asian community has been, like how she mentioned China or Egypt or the Middle Eastern bit of the world. We have been into crystals and all the esoteric tools for the longest time. Not some things can't even be dated back to a particular PCE or this that. You can't do it actually. And in India, it is called Ratna Shastra or crystallography, in terms of you, if you're actually studying crystals in every aspect of their way. I want to show my three crystals that I've been working with for the longest time, like it's been calling me. This is my rose quartz tumble. This is AAA quality rose quartz. I completely love it. If you can see the inclusions, it's just beautiful. If you can see this. The second crystal is Larimar. It's absolutely beautiful. I love how it looks. It's amazing. And the next one is a raw chunk of peach moonstone. It has
Wow.
such shiny, sparkly things on it. Now, the thing is, all of these three stones, which have very different properties, but in the higher perspective, they go hand in hand because rose quartz is for love, Larimar is for deep emotional healing, peach moonstone actually works with our moon cycles. And do you know, I want to give this bit because this is something that I've actually experienced on my own. There are many types of moonstone and every moonstone has a different effect on your moon cycles. So the first person to tell me that moonstones are great for moon cycles is of course Pari right here. But in my working with it, I just realized that rainbow moonstone has a different aspect, gray moonstone has different aspect, peach moonstone has different aspect, and my mind was blown away how much information that these little beings, that little buddies carry in them. And the most interesting part is these are information carrying stones. They have memory. They have memory, and that is why you can actually date back history through these stones. This is something that will blow your mind. Whatever we are sharing today is going to blow your head apart in two pieces, because this is something which is so amazing. They carry memory. If you want to know about Larimar, if you're that intuitive, and intuition is not something that you get in one day. Some people are gifted since they were born, yes, of course, but it's not that you cannot practice and you can get it. Practice makes a man perfect. That is something that Patriji also kept saying always. That, you know, imagine that guy, even for Pari, and I see a lot of similarity between him and his daughters, both Paridi and Parinita Akka. They practice. Whatever they get into, they want to research, they want to reading, keep doing. And I think that is what I keep learning, because this is how I am surrounded with this. These are the kind of people I surround myself with. And that learning has led me to knowing that no matter, even if I'm gifted intuitively as a child, only if I practice can I get into the core of it. And trust me, while researching about the course, or as I'm talking to you, so much information keeps coming from these. So I'm not getting into any history, but I just wanted to say, what are crystals? I wanted to add this bit to it, that these beautiful beings carry information within them that can be tapped intuitively when you meditate with them, when you sit with them, when you spend time with them. And it is with anything for that matter. You can actually date back to when crystals began to be existing for the human population, for that matter. And now let's dive deep into, not dive deep, but little dive into the science bit of crystals. So over to you, Pari.
Thank you, Radhika. Yes, I mean, absolutely. Every crystal has a story behind it to share with us. Every rock. In fact, it has been said that all the information of the gods of the universe is being encoded in these rocks, in these stones, in the plants, in the nature around us, everywhere. So when we connect to these beings, we download that information. And the interesting part is the stones that we get into our life are exactly the stones that we need at that time, at that moment. So it is not something like, okay, when I see Radhika's moonstone, and I don't have to feel like, oh, oh shoot, I don't have that stone.
Correct.
I do, because if I need to get that stone, it will come to me. It will happen. So there is no question of fear here. So all the whole topic here, we want you. I invite you to listen and hear with a totally, love consciousness. Because we are all love leaders in the sense, like, we lead with love. We take a step with love, not with fear. Even right now, I as a person, like, in this day where there is there where the whole advertising is focused on your lack mindset, that that if you don't do this, you are not getting anything. I am here saying that if this is the right, if all this information is resonating to you, and if your heart is calling it, take a step. Don't let any excuse of, oh, I don't have time, or I don't have money, or anything of such sort stop you from living your calling. Of course, if it doesn't resonate with you, don't even worry about it. We'll do another course, you can join in there. We have a lot of free courses, you can join in there. So I want to make sure that here we only lead with love consciousness. That is the highest consciousness. And with that background, we start understanding and connecting with crystals. So, learning about the science. See, crystals are not something new for the scientific world. In fact, crystals have been there around in all the modern technology, the foundation, whether it is laser imaging watches that you wear, silicon chips. Crystals have been there in our modern technology because they have been used because of their precise frequency, their precision. They are very, very, very stable beings on earth. Unlike us, we are not stable. We have a lot of mood swings. I just talked about it with the moon cycles. We go through such mood swings already. The planets are affecting us, the weather affects us, the technology affects us, everything around constantly is affecting us. And that is why we are here, trying to connect with tools that keeps us in balance. But unlike that, crystals are very stable. You put them in any environment, they grow symmetrically, in the sense they grow as they are. a clear quartz can will not change its chemical composition based on its environment. So that is the main the reason of crystals. And also their voltage increases, they increase your voltage. And any tool, anything that increases your voltage is good for us. So, like for homeopathy, where the homeopathy increases your voltage, the Ayurveda increases your voltage. So is crystals, so is gem, essences of, oils, essential oils, or any essences, plant essences. So, that is again another reason why crystals are great. Now, I'll give you the ultimate reason why crystals, how crystals really work with you. So this is something that I teach in our reinvent course as well. And also this is something that is true for any high vibration. Like when you have to see, we are energy bodies, right? We are made up of energy, and each organ within us, there is a particular frequency of health, of wholeness. We are meant to be whole, to be connected. We are all connected. Everything is connected. But with our thoughts, with our ego, when we lead with fear, we get disconnected from this whole. We separate ourselves, because then it is me, my, I, the ego takes over, and we are separated. And that's when all the problems start coming up, in the sense, the diseases, or the emotional problems, the mental issues, whatever the problems, they all start arising, because now you're disconnected from the whole. You shifted your frequency from that of health to that of, you're lowered your frequency when you do that. And also it's not just that, it's the words that we speak, it's the thoughts, it's your belief systems, it's your conversations, all of that makes up your frequency. So it's shifted now from that of whole. For example, and I'm just using this an example, for example, say your heart has a frequency of 528. Okay. Now, because of your issues with emotional issues, or things like that, now your physical heart started getting affected. And why, how does it get? Because its frequency shifted to maybe lowered to maybe 300, 200. So now the goal is to, now what are we doing? We go to a doctor, we take pills to get back into shape. But the key is, if you shift your frequency to that of 500, 528, the whole frequency, then you start resonating with that of health. You start healing your, that is how healing happens. This is no magic, this is all science. So that is how healing happens. And now this is where meditation comes into play. This is when we surround ourselves with the tools. We bring that entrainment. So when you bring high vibe things into your environment, when you are lower vibrational, you bring a high vibe thing, you slowly start entraining to that of high vibration. And this takes time. This is not like an immediate effect. It takes time. You have to give that time and that persistence, that consistency to that of entrainment, and slowly it will come up and start resonating with that of high energy. And that is the science of crystal. That is the science of anything, whether it is pyramids or crystals, or hanging out with a high vibe community. When you're part of that group, that is why group is a very, very important thing. You want to be inside that group for your own personal evolution. So this is the science, guys. Of course, there's a tons more. I mean, I'm just looking at the time, so I don't. We want to make sure we cover all the stuff today, and give you at least the basics of what crystals are, how they work. And crystals, again, as I said, are used in modern technology. They're used in divination, meditation, healing, a lot of other purposes. Like Radhika is a exceptionally amazing tarot card reader. And she kind of brings that into her life. I bring crystals into my every essence. Like I moved, and I'm going to show you. Actually, I'll show the picture of the box of crystals. I said this has to go to the apartment, not to the storage. And they carry that crystals because I wanted to see that and keep that around the home. Because even if you're in a hotel room, in your workspace, you're in a temperate space, to make that energy creative to you, so that you feel safe, you feel like it's your space, sacred space. You can bring these elements into your life. So that's what I've done. I've show you, I'll put that on the Instagram, some pictures, so you can see how it looks like. But it's something that you can so amazingly integrate with your every other modality. If you are a yoga therapist, you're a meditation teacher, you're a coach, holistic healer, or a holistic practitioner, wellness coach, even a massage therapist, you can use crystals to enhance the experience of that thing. It's so beautiful. It's just bring the subtle energy. And of course there are crystals which have intense energy too. We'll talk about that. But these bring that energy into their own flavor, their own energy into that, and be a part of that group consciousness. So that is why I love crystals in anything. Like even when I did my daughter's namkaran, instead of having god's pictures, I brought all the crystals, and everybody were like, what is happening here? Why are there so many crystals? But that's how we did that. And in India, we're gonna do an event too soon, to show how we can bring all of these elements and teach our kids as well. And by the way, the kids love crystals. Most of the kids, like when I work with kids who are autistics, or dealing with ADHD problems, crystals kind of help so amazingly, so beautifully with all those conditions. So yeah, so in a nutshell, crystals are precision, high precision voltage increases that when brought into your magnetic field. We have a magnetic field, 3 feet. So when you bring into that field, they start entraining you. And of course, not just in your field, the energy works, has no time and space and distance. So even if I can connect to a crystal which is in my past or my future, or in India or in Atlanta or in another planet, another galaxy, I can sit here and connect to the crystal anywhere. I don't need to have a physical crystal, ouch, to connect with. I got it. So it's pretty amazing when you start learning, when you start understanding more about it. So yeah, so I hope I covered a little bit and gave you a little understanding of how crystals work.
Yes, it was pretty deep actually, and I'm sure that people do have some knowledge of what science is and what Pari was talking about. The crystals resonating with us. Basically, they are entraining us rather than us doing anything to them, and that is why we come to our next part. Why it is important to cleanse or program your crystals. So, should I lead on that now?
Yep, go ahead.
So, one thing that, as I mentioned before, that crystals carry memory. And when I say crystals carry memory, they carry the memory of how they were mined, how they were touched, which people they went, they had the hands that touched them, everything comes with them. Okay. Now, so to say, crystals are very stable beings, very stable beings. We can't even imagine the stability, like how Pari said, that you cannot change a chemical composition of a crystal. You cannot snap it out of its original form, how it is forming under the earth, or however it is found. We cannot change the chemical composition or the characteristics or how it is being built up. But now when it is touched, when it is coming through so much process, when it is coming through one person to one person to one person to one person, when it is reaching us, it is carrying all that memory. And what we need to do is to remove that memory, and that memory removal happens when we begin to when we start with cleansing process foremost. Now, cleansing, usually you would have read that salt water works great. Yes, salt water works great, with not with any crystal. So the safest method that I feel for crystals is cleansing them through smoke. Now, smoke is holy smoke, which is sage, palo santo, or any incense that is totally chemical free. Today in India and all over the world, we have incense sticks or the cones or the dhoop cones, which are actually hand rolled. There is so much information on that, why it is actually good for our health also. So we can actually cleanse our crystals through that smoke for 10 to 20 to 30 minutes, however much we want to take that time. Or the second method that I feel is great is music. music through singing bowl or crystal singing bowl. Any kind of singing bowl has the ability to cleanse your crystal, or you can meditate with your crystals and do the cleansing bit, wherein you have to hold the crystal and start cleansing, which is also a bit of programming. Meditation is also where we include in programming bit. One more method of cleansing your crystals is putting it out in the moon energy during new moon or full moon. If you put it for full cycle, your crystals are not only cleansed, they're also programmed. So with that cleansing bit, I come to programming. What is retuning or programming? Retuning or programming your crystals is when you start to put intention, when you start to tell your crystals why you have them, how you want to work with them, what is it that you're seeking through them, because they're high vibrational beings. They come, and trust me, they might grow inside the earth, but they are not from earth. No crystal is from earth. As we mentioned before, they were installed here. It was installed to Mama Gaia to not only stabilize her energy to behold all of us who are here, but to also help us anchor our energies with Mother Earth, so that we can, as I mentioned before, so we can walk with authenticity. We can walk in knowing that there is a purpose to our work and we can do it. If you work with crystal, you do not work with crystal, it does not matter. The crystals are always working within our frequency. For that matter, our body has a lot of crystals. Every nerve within our body has microcrystalline beings within our nervous system. Our pineal gland is a liquid crystal. So to say, when Pari said you do not need a crystal if you do not have it physically, is because you are a walking talking crystal right now. While I'm speaking to you, this is a crystal speaking to a crystal. You're all crystals here, by the way. And I want to quote Patriji in one of the lives with Pari. He said that we have to now move to crystal consciousness. We have to remember that we are that. And that was a big statement coming from him. So, this is one information that all the people who have been aware of whatever and whoever we are, they have carried this information. And that is why when you're retuning or programming your crystals, you can actually tell them how and why you want to work with them. And trust me, they actually come in alignment with you, or you come in alignment with their energies, and you start working with it. Now, there are many methods of programming crystals also. One is the moon method. As I said, it is both good for cleansing and for programming and retuning. And the other method that I follow, it's my personal method. There are many, maybe, but for me, meditation works the best, because I truly believe if my foundation isn't strong, if I am not aware within, if I just want to pick it up and start working with it doesn't happen overnight. For me to connect with the crystals, I feel I need to connect with myself the deepest, to understand the importance of these, these beautiful gifts from the mineral kingdom itself. So when I'm meditating with crystals, not only I feel the energy and vibration of these crystals. Let me tell you something. If you hold a crystal in your hand for some time, even if you are not a crystal enthusiast, you will feel some energy field around. As Pari said, we are magnetic beings. These are carrying magnetic aura within around them as well. So it starts resonating with your magnetic field, and you will feel that energy revolving around your hand or your body, right? So when you're meditating with the crystals, what is happening is the magnetic fields begin to align, and that is why a lot of information and programming, that is what starts to happen. And meditation is the most simple, most beautiful way to not only program but also to connect with your crystals. So this is something that I follow, and I think, I'm sure Pari also does that, because this is something we've always propagated. This, especially Pari has always propagated that if you're not meditating, if you're not connected with your roots, no tool will ever work. Because this is something that she once told me: everything is an extension of us. Any spiritual tool, even for that matter pyramid, is a extension of who we are. It is only an extension, not the whole bit, right? So it is as good as you are, because they are good in themselves. They are wherever they are, they're doing their work greatly, amazingly, because they are very stable structures. But when you start working with them, they are merely an extension of you. So they will work as amazingly as amazing you want to be. And with that, I would want to pause and give it over to Pari. If I missed on any point, please add on to that, Pari.
Absolutely. Great, great explanation about. So we learned just a recap. We learned about how you start cleansing. Sorry, how do, yeah, first thing is how do you retune or cleanse your crystals, and how, and the second part is charging and the programming part. So Radhika mentioned before about how crystals are like storages. They store information. See, Barbara Barbara Hanclough, in her books, she always talks about how light and information are the same. Light and information are the same. So when it is light, it is information that is being traveling. Information about what? About love. Again, we are always in the love consciousness. Anything about fear is darkness. Is the one that brings you a frequency down. So these information is being stored in these crystals. You can store information. They are like those USB drives where you can put in information. So you can give them what you want them to resonate with. Now for that, of course, you need to have the clarity within. Like, you can't be like, oh, I want to live in America, but I want to go to India. I love India. I can't, but I want to be in America. No, you can't think like that. You have to decide, have clarity about what you truly want to experience, and go from a space of love. Go to that space and then make that connection and programming with the crystal. So when you do that, it starts emanating that frequency around you, creating that, holding that space, holding that frequency to for you to enable the change, for you to take that action. So no matter how many crystals we are surrounded with, but if like as she said, if there is only trash in here, thinking disastrous thoughts or negative thoughts, nothing is going to help you, nothing is going to protect you. You are your own protector, you are your own creator. So crystals are your aids, are your friends. So I'm going to just say they're your friends. They support you in your journey, they support you in living your purpose. So it's nice to have friends. When I'm in a new place right now, so if I have friends around me, it is a nice support for me. Of course, if I don't have friends around me, that doesn't mean that I cannot sustain, I cannot live, I cannot survive. I can on my own too. But life becomes richer, more nicer when I have friends, when I have that group, that community within me. When I don't have that, then it is all on me to motivate myself every single day to be happy. So of course you can do it without crystals, but creating that community, creating that group, the progress is much faster. This is a group consciousness.
Correct.
So yeah, so this is where I think we've covered a lot of stuff in the just 40 minutes right now.
Yes.
We talked about the history, we talked about the science, we talked about cleansing, we talked about programming, and a lot of
Yes.
spiritual science mindset bit also. So,
Yes.
and that is the whole important thing. You can get crystal information anywhere. You Google, go check YouTube, you will get tons of it. But if you don't have the right mindset, if you don't have the right foundation, because I will never tell you that if you don't have a carnelian, you are like, oh my gosh, what's happening? No, these do not give you power. You power them with your consciousness. So you work with consciousness, not through these are not that quick scheme. We are not selling any scheme or stuff. We're teaching you how to work with consciousness, how to live like a conscious creator. And that is the foundation, that is the foundation. And meditation is the foundation for any kind of work. When you're working with such level, of course, when you work with a tool like, say, a light or any kind of physical tool, you don't need consciousness. But when you're working with tools that go beyond the physical realm, you have to tune in into that frequency, into that resonance, to start get that entrainment that you need that. So yeah, so I am very much excited because in this course, it is, as I said, we talk a lot about mindset. We give you that is the difference. So why you should join this course is you will have the right mindset, and get connected to the group energies, and get the information that has been researched and continually research. Even the course is starting, I and Radhika continually research to add new stuff with every course. So you rest assured, you can be sure that okay, what I'm going to learn is something that is not just out of Google, or or of anything. It has been researched by books, being collaborated with make sure that the information is kind of connecting, and connecting with your own experience and intuition also. So because Radhika here gives a lot of amazing channeled information, and I love that part, because that part even I can give, only she can give. So I love that part, is that is every time we do this course, we have this new downloads of information that is so freaking relevant for that time. And I love to be a part of that. So guys, again, as I said, um, April 12th. April 12th, this course is on. Okay. And this is the time I kept. And after that, I am traveling. So normally we do twice a year. So, but this time we are starting now. So if this, your heart is calling, if you are getting resonated with this information and you want to be a part of it, ping us, let us know, the website. I'm going to put the website again here. Um, go to the page, enroll right away. And again, do it with love consciousness, do it with that expansion. And when you do that, I'm telling you guys, when you decide that you are going to do this, you are going to be a part of this, I'm telling you, all that fear that you hold, I totally know that. Okay, it may be like, okay, I don't know if I can take the time, I don't know if I can get that money. Guys, you're investing in yourself. Why doubt? There is nothing. Bet on yourself. You are worthy of investing in yourself. I know when we are trying to do courses like this, we are like, okay, is it necessary for me? I don't know, I would rather give it to my family, or do some family stuff. But at some point we have to decide on this is the information that is not taught in school. We go ahead and spend money on doing an MBA or engineering or doctor, thousands of dollars, which we don't even know if we get a job in there. I've spent so much money on doing my engineering on masters and didn't do a job, one day job also in that area. And I wish right now, wish I had spent all that money learning this energy stuff, learning these tools, that I could have really used that in my life. So start, it is again mindset. It is not about not having money. You have the money, you have the resources. You just have to shift your mindset into thinking what is truly in alignment with you, what is truly that your heart is calling. So when you get into the space of love and take that step, take that decision, as soon as you click that, okay, enroll, I'm signed up, I'm telling you, your heart will start opening up, and so many more possibilities start showing up in your life. And again, I want to remind you, the proceedings are always going to be used to give more, always give more. That is our motto. That is the motto of Conscious Creators Academy. And 20% go to PSSM. Why? The goal is to spread meditation in 50 countries this year. 50 countries. So all the proceedings, will your money that you put in, that you contribute, are going into spreading meditation to 50 countries. And that is where we want to use it. And this is the goal, to create Dhyan Jagat, that we all, and I am committed to do everything I can to raise the funds, to raise that resources to make it happen. And giving this information, and in the world where we are living, in schools and colleges, so much of the information is being fabricated, being you know changed. And so much of history is not true, and that is being shared. So here we are trying, working on, in sharing that information, into enabling each and every individual as a conscious creators to come out of the slave mindset, to be empowered, to make their own choices, to live their life, and truly surround yourselves, elevate your consciousness, and surround your life, surround your environment, your house, with high vibe things. So thank you guys. I'm super happy to be with you, to have spent time with you like this. and I can't wait to be with you in the course, in the inside, and go through this again, 8-week boot camp of conscious quantum crystal practitioner course to get crystal confident. So I would love Radhika to share her message at the end.
Thank you, Paridi, for that great information. So yes, Quantum Crystal Practitioner Program is starting 12th April. Please mark your calendar. Do as she has said. Open your heart. Just go crazy. And before we say bye bye today, I just want to inform you that we have 2 more days of life. Tomorrow we are going to do Crystal Basics 102, which is sacred space and meditation. If these beings really actually work for your space, for your meditation, for whatever, so we are going getting deeper tomorrow. Trust me, there's a lot of information coming in. A lot of channel stuff might also come. I might pick a card or two. I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. I don't know what Pari might say tomorrow. It's going to be a new day, new beginning. So join us tomorrow as well. Join us for the next 2 days and see your mindset shift, see yourself shift within the next 2 days, basically. Trust me, if you can shift in 3 days, imagine what will happen if you're there for us with 8 to 10 weeks. It is going to completely not only shift your life, but shift your consciousness, shift your reality, bring so many changes to you. And trust me, it has happened with most of our students. And the point is, what you're asking here is for your commitment. You can come, okay, I'm joining the course, okay, then you don't come for the classes. That is hard. Not the change happens. The change happens when you commit to yourself, commit to your time, commit to your energy in every possible way. You are energy exchanging in terms of monetary things, in terms of your physical presence, in terms of your time, in whatever that there is. So when you commit to being there, things begin to shift. So do this is a small task. Commit yourself for the next 2 days. Come here, spend time with us, and see your mindset shift. And with that, I would say bye bye. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending time with us, and thank you for being such a great audience. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye, guys. Love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you're here. Bye.
Bye.